Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dark Souls 2 playthrough. I am with Amy and welcome. This is Majula again. So yeah, we are now on part 6, if I recall, of our Dark Souls 2 playthrough. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. As you can see, I've been doing a little bit of farming off screen. We absolutely blitzed the Hades Knight's Tower, or Hades Tower of Flame, sorry. And we also did a little bit of farming in the Bastille, not too much though. I didn't go overboard. The reason why is because, well, we're going to do a bit of leveling up and also possibly do a little bit of weaponsmithing. Let's have a look. Have we got any items that we can use? Now, I'm just thinking whether we should upgrade a bow. Possibly not. Now, you may see that I have no shield on. That's because I was walking around shieldless. I'm going to upgrade... I'm going to get a different set. I'm going to get the Jester's gloves later on. For those of you that don't know about it, you'll see what they do later. I'm not going to spoil it too much. Okay, so we've upgraded a couple of pieces of our armor. We're going to stick with this armor set, I think, through this game. I absolutely love this armor set. It just looks so cool. Actually, we're not going to level up. I've actually got a better idea. We're going to go and show you guys the Alva set, actually. Now that we've got it unlocked, I'm going to spend the points to have a look at the Alva armor. I'm not going to be using it, but I just want to show you guys what it looks like.
You need armor?
Yes, I do. I'd like to buy your armor set off you, the Alva set, please. Thank you. And we should have enough as well.
Thanks
for a couple of rings from Shalquoir as well. There is one specific ring that I want to get. Let's go in and
Oh, you do have a good time.
Thank you very much. Oh, I actually haven't bought the Silver Cat ring for this from her yet, so I'll do that as well. But I also want to get the Ring of Whispers. There are 2 rings that I really wanted to get, so that was well worth the souls that I farmed for, definitely. Okay, so let's have a look at this Alva set. The moment I've got the Elite Knight armor on, all of the set, we're gonna have a look at the Alva set. The Alva set is very nice. Look at this set, it's just so nice. It's the thing that's so great about this set is that it gives you a good amount of defense, but look at the weight. I mean, it's really quite impressive in terms of its weight. As you can see, I've got a couple of rings on here from while I was farming as well. I think we might use that Silver Cat ring. It probably won't be this episode, but maybe in a couple of episodes. Whatever really goes for our character here. Okay, anyway, let's switch back to the Knight Elite Armor set, because I really like this set. It's really, really quite nice. The only problem with the Elite Knight set is it's very heavy. In fact, so heavy that when I equip my shield, which, by the way, the Drangleic shield is actually very heavy. As you can see, it overburdens us by quite a... well, not by a ridiculous amount, but it's enough to put us overweight. So I'm going to stick with one-handing the longsword for now, actually. I've really started to enjoy one-handing, actually. But today, guys, we are going to venture a little bit further into the game. We're going to go down this way. Now, if you remember rightly, there was like a contraption down here on the way to Hades Knight's Tower of Flame. And lovely Melentia here has moved here. And she will allow us, by spending 2,000 souls, to move this contraption.
Oh, hello there. An honor to see you again. This room is not as it seems. There are 2, not 1 pathways leading out. And only this lovely thing reveals the other path. And this, you lovely thing, only runs on miracles. Shall I provide
I think she could possibly be a fibber. So we got all of our miracles. I must admit, guys, Lightning Spear. I've been using it on my miracle character, and wow, is it good. Okay, so we give our 2,000 souls to Melentia, and she will move the path over for us so we can get to the next part of the game. You guys can't see it, but on my screen right now, every now and again, I'll have, like for instance when I go into menu, I'll have a cursor on my screen, courtesy of the port. However, there is mods out there now, and I may start getting them for the Nexus that basically stop that. So that's really handy. Luckily for you guys, I'm using Fraps, and as of such, you guys won't be able to see it anyway. So lucky you guys, But that's fine, because I mean, it's not like it's that distracting. It doesn't bother me too much when I play. I'm just sure that it would bother you guys quite a bit if you were seeing it. Now, this guy to the right here, he will only talk to you properly if you have enough intelligence. I think the intelligence stat requirements you need is... Ooh, actually, no, he might actually let me talk to him.
I don't know who you are, but leave me be. The frailty of the weak disrupts the dark. Leave me alone.
So he won't talk to us.
I'm interested in one thing, dog. You haven't the gift. Leave me.
Yeah. So he won't talk to us. I don't know what the stat requirements are for him. You'll have to look that up. I'll actually tell you what. I'll just edit it in post. Makes it a bit easier for you guys. So on screen now will be the stat requirements that you need to talk to him. Anyway, there's a bonfire here. Lovely bonfire. And a lovely, nice little view, I must admit. It is quite nice. The artwork in this game is just so nice. All the birds in the background over there. Really cool. Still doesn't beat our armor set, though. I mean, damn, look at it. Alright. This guy's chilling. We're going to ruin his day. And there's another guy here. Now, if you had just run straight in, you would have been poisoned. These guys are cheeky. I'm trying to think now. We got crossbows. And actually, we got our bow, haven't we? So we'll do that. Got poison arrows and fire arrows as well. We might need those at some point later. Now, you guys haven't seen me play this game enough, but there is one thing you guys will realise later on, and that little thing is that I am an absolute sucker for poison. I generally love it. By the way, guys, those butterflies or moths, or whatever you want to call them, they always drop a poison moss, so you can farm them if you want some poison moss. Stops you from being poisoned and all that sort of stuff. So it is pretty fantastic if you want to. There is an area that we are actually heading towards, that does need poison moss. There's quite a lot of poison in that area. This guy, again, chilling. We're going to ruin his day. I'm being a bit of a meanie today, it would seem. Now, over there is an item that we'll get very shortly. And also, as much as you might not see it, a shortcut, which I'll show you in just a sec. I can't get up the stairs for some reason. There we go. Now, this next room is completely dark. If you destroy these, you can lock on to the enemies across the other side of the area. The thing that's great about one-handing is you can kill things a lot quicker, because you've got the extra stats and the extra damage. The only problem, of course, is you don't have as much defense. Now, I am being attacked by... Oh, right, just another one of these guys. Just just a massive pile of dead bodies on the floor here. Now, there is this rock here. This is a way back from a certain area of the map in a bit, so you can't use anything with it. And we're going to go up those ladders where that little ghost is going, actually, in just a second. But first, there's some items down here. The bandit's knife. And... Soulless... Soul... I keep on saying soulless. Soul of a nameless soldier and life gem. Not too bad, I guess. Okay, so let's go up these stairs. This is the first way. And if you drop down to kill all those enemies, it's the only way to get back up to the area they actually need to go to for the next bit. Now this guy, what you want to do is bait him this way, because there's another guy in a second. Oh. Trying to use me with a club. Trying to kill me with a club, in fact. So, next. I've always loved doing this. I absolutely love doing this. Depends whether I'll kill him or not, I don't know, but... Ah, you see now, my running attack on this weapon is actually a stab. I didn't even know that. Yeah, same with the R2. So this guy jumps up and you can just ambush him. It's really quite funny. Poison moss and a life gem, also not too bad. So here, to maximize, so actually lose as much damage, well, to make sure you don't hit as much damage as possible, rather put your, I can't remember what the bloody ring's called now. Silver cat ring on, or you can drop down to a little ledge and then down to the bottom and you minimize the damage. Now this door is just another FromSoft troll mechanics. It's brilliant. Try and open this door, guys. This guy kills you, so be very careful. Luckily for us, we were prepared and we knew what was coming. So yeah, watch yourself there. It's just a big fat trap. And you go one of two ways, so you can go right down the ladders, or once again, another trap. And this guy, for some reason, decided to almost fall off the edge. Now, before we do that jump, which isn't too hard if you don't do a jump and you actually just run at it. But I will show you that in just a second. I'm going to go and rest at the bonfire first. I don't really want to have to do all that again. And here is our shortcut. Remember what the tutorial taught us? Well, there you have it. That is our shortcut. The only thing is with that shortcut is I've never once used it. Like, I've kicked it down, but I've never used it properly. Like, I just don't need to. Okay, so we've rested the bonfire. Well, we haven't rested the bonfire. There's no point in me respawning all the enemies. But we have lit the bonfire, so we will respawn there. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this jump now. I've seen people try and jump for it. Oh, bugger. Well, we're going down that way in a second, but that's not really the area that we want to go. Really, didn't really mean to jump. I didn't really mean to fall down there. It always seems as though that I die at least once in every episode. It's becoming quite a habit. It is becoming quite the habit. Ah well, we'll try again. And of course our character is going to be here. And we can just push him off the edge. Now, as I was saying before I got interrupted by my own fail, what I do is I like to line myself up first, jump backwards like that, as far as to the wall as possible. And what I do is I use the run mechanic at it, don't do the jump mechanic, and then attack the floor. That stops you from rolling. You get a Ferrous Lockstone, and if you're playing offline and you want to get the Token of Fidelity to join the Covenant of the Blue, I can't remember what it's called, then you can get it from here. Now, I remember rightly you can just fall down, but I'm going to do a jump, just in case. I always do the jump just in case. So this leads you back up to the top again, where that rock was earlier. However, there is still some enemies here that we need to... Now, because we died, we're going to have to deal with the moths. And there's another one here. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, way up. There was another one. I didn't even notice. Ah, he's there. I didn't even realised there was one there. Well, there you go. There's actually 3 in this area. What I usually do is I jump down onto this one. Just so that I can get the attention of this guy. Now, this guy is not incredibly tricky. But I tend to snipe him before I go down. There's one mechanic in this game that I really cannot stand. And that is, when you try to cheese out a monster, FromSoft has sort of programmed it on purpose for the enemies to actually dodge out the way of your moves all the time. So that is the reason why you do the jump attack. When you do jump, is because you do that roll. Okay, inside this chest is if I remember rightly, yeah, the Ricard's Rapier, that's the one. This item is really good for dex builds, and personally one of the best, like stabbing dex build weapons in my personal opinion. Everybody has their own sort of little opinion on things. Don't come running in here and just jumping down off the edge, because guys, there is a lift here. And there is a big fall. This will take us back up to the area that we basically... Oh, I died, didn't I? I'm going to have to kill all the monsters again. Can you even hear him trying to attack me already? Let's take these guys out. Luckily, they don't really know that where I am until... Well, now they do, obviously. But, there we go. These guys are just very easy when you get the jump on them. The longsword, the fire longsword is just one of my favourite weapons. I do really like it. I love the moveset. Really good for people that are just trying to like troll you. And this guy just gets trashed. There we go. So we didn't get too much damage off us there. This guy just got owned. Okay, so pretty much everything in this area is now done. This guy is just a massive troll. Sometimes I actually almost forget about it and just walk straight across. And then obviously you know what happens. Okay, so let's get on to the next part of the map. So we've done all that. We've got a bonfire. I'm going to rest at the bonfire. Might as well get a bit of my health back. Because we're not going to go back up there again anytime soon. Next is just... I like this area. It reminds me of like the first part of the old game, and I really like it. This guy just set me a bit on fire. Now down in this corner is some treasure, but there is also a lovely ambush. That guy there will basically come after you and kill you if you're not careful. Small orange burr. If I remember rightly, small orange burr. Yes, fire resistance. Temporarily boost fire resistance. I'm going to do a bit of sniping from here. Up here is another one of those moths. And if you go after the treasure that this guy is like guarding and you don't realise what's up above, bad stuff happens. Now this next guy is pretty tricky, even to backstab. We're going to try and take him out with just two-handed. Hopefully I don't cock up. I haven't really had much practice doing this two-handed. Ah, got the backstab. Nice. So as long as you dodge out of the way of his first move, you can get the backstab relatively easy. But if you're lazy like me and sometimes just forget to do the roll, then you may not get very far. There's another moth there. Now, across this left bridge, sorry, this right bridge here, is the way to the chariot boss. Is again an optional boss and takes you to the Covenant of Blood, but we're not going to go that way in this playthrough, or at least at this point in the playthrough. We may do it later. There is some slightly harder monsters that way, and as of such, for now, I don't feel like I'm up for the challenge. Now, there's Life Gem, and there's the Poison Moss that the other guy dropped. Now, I kind of want to bait this guy up because the other guy is not yet baited, and I don't want to take two of them at the same time because that is bad. That's bad news. I can assure you that is bad news. I'm surprised I actually got that. Killed in one hit. Nice. Very nice. This Fire Longsword really does exactly what you want it to, doesn't it? Now, if we are quiet... we can get a jump on this guy. There we go. Nice. And easy. Now, up here we get ambushed. Did I get an aromatic ooze then? Yes, yes I did. Nice, not too bad. Inside here, I can't remember what was actually on this guy's corpse. Oh, the Morning Star. And also Large Soul. Again, you probably would have already gotten one Morning Star if you were on Miracles by now anyway, and I think the guy from the Covenant of the Blue, or not the Covenant of the Blue, the Covenant, the Blue Knight Covenant, whatever it's, the one that I'm in now, the one that was in the Hades Night Tower, that guy, if I remember rightly, sells the Morning Star or the Mace. I can't remember which one, but it's something like that. Now, there are two archers here. There's one up to the right and there's one there. We're going to go take out the one to the right first. Stay behind the trees and you won't get hit by the other guy. And then we'll run in. Take this other guy out. I remember right, there was one more in this corner, but he doesn't attack you unless you... Nope, I was completely wrong. Alright, so we've got to get across that bridge. Now, the bridge is high up at the moment. We can't get across it. Inside here, this hut here, is the lever now. But this guy here, cheekily enough, is waiting for you to activate it so that he can get the jump on you. Alright. Kill that guy. So yeah, inside here is the lever. He would have dropped him down from here. As soon as you touch the lever, the guy would have dropped down and he would have attacked you while you were using the lever. Really, really brutal. Not really what you'd want to do. So, bridge is down. Let's see now. We've got some more souls as well, which we can use later. Alright, so coming up now is actually a bonfire. However, is there anything down here? I swear there was a the hidden path, therefore try jumping. Yeah, don't fall for that, guys. Weakness rear. So, inside here is our bonfire. However, it's locked. And there's a guy in there. There's a guy in there. We'll come back to him in a bit. Now, to the right in there, there are some skeletons with necromancers. Necromancers, they can heal the skeletons, basically, and bring them back to life. So you want to take the necromancers out first, And there's also a couple of curse shards in there. But remember rightly, there wasn't really that much importance in there other than shortcuts. Which, to be honest, I don't think we're going to need. So we're going to go left up the bridge. And we're going to take these guys out on the left-hand side. The left-hand side is full of ambushes. Take this area slow. Then again, though, saying that, take any area in Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2 slow. So there's an archer up here, and you'd think you'd want to attack this guy as soon as possible. However, there's a guy nicely waiting in wait for you to attack him. Luckily for us, we can use this sword as a slight blocking mechanism. Not really that great for sort of heavy attacks and stuff like that, because you'll just get owned. But yeah, it's not too bad if you're attacking small enemies like this. Now we're going to go up here because FromSoft again, trolling us like crazy. Over there is a crystal lizard, and you want to go and grab that as soon as possible. Again, once again, there is a guy there in wait, and also an archer and another guy to the right. So you want to be very careful, and as soon as you try and go for that crystal lizard, it will run off and it will disappear before you even get to it. The only way to get that one is through rather a miracle's range attacks that are powerful enough to kill it in one hit, or sorcery that can hit it in one hit. So just be wary of that. Let's take this ambush out. Stay behind the trees. Take these guys out. I always seem to be getting a bit of extra damage to my health every single time that I attack somebody. I'm trying to think now, maybe changing one of my rings to the... Yeah, I'm going to change to the Ring of Restoration for a bit. This guy down here is just waiting for us to jump down there so that this lovely character over here can get the jump on us. Now, this character, not too bad if you attack her in the right place. If you attack her down here, she really ain't that bad. She's very, very silly with her attacks, and you'll see why what I mean in a second. See what I mean? She does dives, and she just really does forget that her back is very vulnerable. And as a such, she really is one of the easiest NPC bosses in the game. Oh, she's dropped something. That doesn't normally happen with me. Let's have a look. The priest gloves. Interesting. They look very strange. So that's the first time that's ever happened. Up here is the boss. We're going to go that way in a second, but first of all, I want to get the bonfire. So we're going to go back on ourselves. If we go back on ourselves, we're going to have a slight ambush. There are a couple of enemies in here that are going to be sort of waiting for us to get this key. We're going to take these guys out here first. So we don't want to be going inside that tent area in here until we've destroyed everybody outside, because inside here would have been an ambush of like 3 people, so be very careful. Here is the key. The Undead Lockaway key. Let's have a look at what it has to say, actually, because I have been skipping these a little bit. Undead Lockaway key. Key to the prison in the humans' copse. It's actually copse, it's not corpse. The undead hurts during the reign of the old Iron King took place in this forest, and the cell in which the undead were held still stand here to this day. However, the march of time has eroded away any difference between the captors and However, the march of time has eroded away any difference between the captors and the captives. So it's talking about the old Iron King. It is will be. I'm not going to spoil it. There's going to be some more references and stuff to that later. We'll get to that. And this guy dropped me nicely a club, actually. So we're going to go back now, and we're going to get the bonfire. I don't think there's anybody else along this path now that I need to kill. I don't know. I think I will rest, actually, because my weapon is low on durability. Okay, so undead lockaway key. Let's talk to this fella here.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him.
Who's he talking to, I wonder?
The cheeky prick.
Talking about, I wonder.
He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate.
Dun 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 dun.
He said. He wears this rather unusual ring.
Yeah, he said something about a ring.
When you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. I tell ya. He's a slick talker, so don't let him fool ya.
So this guy talks about Pate being a killer.
Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat. And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find the common foot bad and put an end to his roguery.
Thank you, Creighton, for your lovely jester and the backstory into Pate. Now, let's light the bonfire and rest as well, and he should disappear. We'll see Creighton again at some point in the playthrough. However, we're going to come back here very shortly. I want to continue this story on a little bit. I'm going to go to Majula and talk to our slightly confused character that gave us the key to the mansion, actually, because he has a little thing to say about Mr. Creighton that we just bumped into. So let's go to him and see what he has to say. The plot will thicken very shortly. Oh, he's actually not here. I wonder why he's not here. I'm reckoning because I haven't spoken to him enough, maybe, in the first area. I'm going to jump cut to there, guys, and see whether he's there. Give us a sec. It turns out I hadn't spoken to him enough. And he is still here, so let's keep talking to him.
I'll be back in Majula soon.
Yeah, that is the one that we need to talk. We need to get him up to.
Discuss maps at our leisure.
Yes. Thank you for that.
I'll be back.
Okay, right to Majula. Majula. Okay, so let's go and talk to him. He will definitely be here now. Silly me, didn't get through his dialogue enough. Here he is. Let's have a little word with him.
Oh, hello again. You've made it. The map, I presume.
What is he doing with his arm?
Of course. Take a good look.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. There is something I wanted to tell you. I was born in the land of Mirror. Mirror is also the home of an infamous killer, a knight in name alone.
Okay,
He was
so
locked
here we go.
in the dungeon for multiple murders. But shortly before his execution, he managed to escape. And the other day, I saw a fellow with a striking likeness, and then... Wait. Well, I think he looked rather similar. No, it's true. I saw just such a man, I swear. I believe his name was Cray something. I believe.
Cray.
They
There you
shared
go.
some resemblance, I think. Even more flames have appeared.
So yeah, so he talks about Creighton as being a murderous killer who was meant to be executed, but got away before his execution, before his day. So, very interesting that he talks about Creighton. Now the thing is, of course, in that situation is, who do you trust? Out of all of these different characters, all of them are giving us different information. All stuff to consider later on anyway. For now, let's continue on with the next part of the game. And let's get straight back in to Huntsman's Copse. So, we are going to kill these guys again, because I have no choice because they respawn. Wow. Wow. Alright then. I am not doing very well here. Right, let's take the next bit a little bit more carefully, shall we? Use a life gem, might as well. Now, we don't need to go up that left way anymore. There's no point. I just wanted to show you guys what was up there. Here is where I want to go. Again, another guy meleeing you and an archer. And of course, our two guys in here. Kill these two. Stop us from being chased. And then another guy, remember rightly, this guy does drop down, so take that guy out. Once you've killed the red phantom that spawns here once, she will not respawn again until you use a bonfire ascetic, or you go to New Game Plus. That way up there is the way to the shortcut, and also a couple of items, remember rightly. But this here is our boss now. I don't know whether there'll be anybody here to summon, or because this boss is relatively easy and you don't really need it. I'm going to be human anyway. Yep. Okay, let's go in. Now, there is a way of doing this boss the easy way. There are 3 of these skeleton lords. They're very easy. Once you've killed one, they will summon skeletons. 4 of them, to be precise. If you take them out quickly, this boss gets really easy. However, I just got smacked in the face by silly things. There is 2 melee skeleton lords. This being the other one. Do not kill the mage skeleton lord until you've killed the 2 melee skeleton lords, and you'll see why when I get closer to the boss, to the end of the boss. Take these guys out as they're spawning. Makes life a hell of a lot easier. I don't know where the last one is. Here he is. Okay, last guy, the last skeleton lord. Easy to kill. The skeleton, the mage skeleton lord is a lot easier. But he summons what I'm sure a lot of you guys fear from the last game. Pinwheels. These guys, I hate them. Not as hard in this game as they were in the last game, I can tell you that much. Wow, I didn't even know you could backstab them. That's interesting. That's the first time I've ever done that. And there you go, victory achieved. Not too hard, if you ask me. Relatively easy boss. And you get a +1 ring if you... I think it's the... can't remember what the ring's called. I don't even think I've got the other ring, the other version of it. It's the one that gives you more achievement slots. I can't remember what it's called. But that gives you a +1 if you do that boss on New Game Plus. Now, this next area is the area that we're going to need a lot of poison moss for. Also happens to be one of my favourite areas of the game. Actually, I kind of like it. I don't know. There's just something kind of nice about this next area. Well, I say nice. Nice and not nice at the same time. There's, I don't know. Well, you'll see when you get there anyway. So this place is probably one of the only areas in the entire game that actually doesn't have many traps. Really nice and easy. Just a nice little stroll in the park. Now, a bonfire's there. However, again, FromSoft trolling us. Put a massive, huge pool of poison in the way. Now, if you guys can see, I have still got poison on me, and it decays over time. That is really annoying, actually, kind of annoying. Basically, the longer you wait, it'll go off, and eventually it'll be fine. But it continuously builds up your poison until it's gone. The only way of getting rid of that, of course, is using a poison moss or getting rid of the poison. Unfortunately, there's no other way of getting rid of the poison other than using a poison moss. So, kind of annoying. It's rather be poisoned or be patient, really. So, let's rest the bonfire. Now, guys, this next area is going to take us a while. And there's going to be some interesting fights and stuff ahead. So, I think I'm going to leave it here. Guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.